What if I told you overthinking isn't your biggest problem? What if the thing you're trying so hard to fix is the very thing that once kept you safe? And what if most of what society says about overthinkers is not just wrong, but deeply misleading? Before we go any further, click the subscribe button now if you haven't to follow this channel. Because if you're an overthinker, this video isn't here to shame you, it's here to explain you. Overthinkers aren't broken, they're misunderstood. And today, we're exposing the biggest myths about overthinking and replacing them with facts that might completely change how you see yourself. So don't scroll. If you've ever been told you think too much, this video is about you. Overthinking is one of the most misunderstood mental patterns in the world. People joke about it, minimize it, dismiss it. Just relax, stop thinking. Why are you like this? But no one ever asks, where did this pattern come from? Why does the mind cling to thoughts this tightly? And why do intelligent, self-aware people struggle with it the most? This video is not about quick fixes. It's about truth. Because once you understand why your mind works this way, you stop fighting yourself and start working with yourself. Let's begin. Myth number 1. Overthinkers are weak or emotionally fragile. This myth is everywhere. Overthinkers are labeled as weak, anxious, too sensitive, emotionally unstable. But here's the fact. Fact. Overthinking is a survival adaptation, not a weakness. Most overthinkers didn't become this way randomly. They learned early that mistakes were costly, unpredictability was dangerous, and being alert meant being safe. So the brain adapted. It started scanning for threats, replaying conversations, imagining outcomes. Not because you're weak, but because your mind learned responsibility early. Overthinking is often the cost of growing up too soon. Myth number 2. Overthinkers can't make decisions. People say, you're indecisive, you don't know what you want. But here's the truth. Fact. Overthinkers don't struggle with decisions, they struggle with consequences. Overthinkers see ripple effects, future implications, emotional impact. While others see one option, overthinkers see 10. The delay isn't confusion, it's depth. The problem isn't that you can't decide, it's that you were never taught how to choose without needing perfect certainty. Myth number 3. Overthinkers are negative people. You always assume the worst. You're so pessimistic. But here's the reality. Fact. Overthinkers are anticipatory thinkers, not negative thinkers. Your mind doesn't imagine worst-case scenarios for fun. It does it to prepare. Historically, the humans who anticipated danger were the ones who survived. The issue isn't your brain, it's that the modern world no longer matches the environment your nervous system was trained for. Myth number 4. Overthinkers should just stop thinking. This advice sounds simple, and it never works. Fact. You cannot turn off a protective system by attacking it. Telling an overthinker to stop thinking is like telling a smoke alarm to be quiet without checking for fire. Quick reminder, click the subscribe button now if you haven't to follow this channel. This channel exists for people who want understanding, not cliches. Overthinkers don't need silence, they need direction. Myth number 5. Overthinkers lack confidence. Confidence is loud. Overthinking is quiet, so people assume quiet equals insecure. But here's the fact. Fact. Overthinkers are deeply self-aware, not unconfident. Overthinkers self-reflect, self-correct, self-question. That's not weakness, that's internal accountability. The real struggle isn't confidence, it's trusting uncertainty. Myth number 6. Overthinkers are broken. This is the most damaging myth. Fact. Overthinking is an untrained strength. Overthinkers often have high empathy, pattern recognition, strong imagination, Without guidance, these strengths turn inward. You weren't broken, you were never taught how to manage a powerful mind. Myth number 7. Overthinkers live in the past. Why can't you let it go? But here's the fact. Overthinkers revisit the past to extract meaning, not pain. Your mind isn't stuck, it's searching for lessons. The problem isn't reflection, it's never reaching closure. Myth number 8. Overthinkers can never change. This myth keeps people trapped. Fact. Overthinking reduces when safety increases. When the nervous system feels safe, the mind naturally slows down. Healing overthinking isn't about discipline, it's about reassurance. The real truth about overthinkers. Overthinkers are deep feelers, meaning seekers, responsibility carriers. You don't think too much, you care deeply without boundaries, and no one taught you how to build those boundaries. If this video made you feel seen, you're not alone. Your mind learned to survive before it learned to rest, and that can change. If this resonated, like the video. Comment, "I'm learning to work with my mind, not against it." And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button now if you haven't to follow this channel. Because here, we don't shame the mind, we understand it.